Hey everyone, welcome back to another well-requested video. People ask me all the time, how do I backtest, what backtest platform I use, all that good stuff. And here I'm going to share you tips and tricks. I'm going to share literally a little insight into how I trade. We can trade gold here, and hopefully this video provides you enough value that you can go and backtest on your own successfully. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to show you how I operate this platform, and then I'm going to show you not in-depth strategy video, but I'm just going to show you how I backtest. And then I'm also going to tell you tips and tricks on, music I listen to. I'll link a playlist, all that good stuff. So make sure you drop a like on this video right now. It's going to be a banger. Let's hit 300, 400 likes on this at least. So yeah, I use FX Replay. It's the best backtesting software I've personally used, just because you use TradingView charts. Everything's amazing. You can screenshot trades if you want to have a journal within here. It keeps track of your stats. We'll look at the stats after this backtesting video here. And yeah, it'll just be nice and chill. Okay, so sit back, relax, and let's get on with the video. So looking at gold here, guys, I like to backtest the exact same way that I trade. Okay, so I look on the daily, I look on the weekly, and I'm trying to think of a bias here. So when looking at gold here, you can obviously see that we're very, very bullish on this pair on the weekly, on the daily, pretty much on every single time frame. And if I'm looking at gold previously, you can see that every single time we kind of have some sort of accumulation, and we are we're with the trend, a lot of the time it'll continue in that direction, right? So we have an accumulation here, we push up, we have an accumulation here, we push up. So I'm assuming that that same thing is going to happen over here. Another thing when I'm looking at the charts here is I can see that this area here, created this big push to the upside, and also we have failed to break it. So now when I'm looking at this price action, I'm looking at gold, I'm anticipating these highs to all be liquidity because this is a weak high, because this failed to break. Now, weak high and weak lows are a very, very important concept that I use all the time. Go and backtest it after watching this video, but pay attention, how many times a high that fails to create a low gets taken out for liquidity. Okay, so we don't want to short up here. We want to long into it. Same thing for shorts, sorry. So if you see a low fail to break higher, we can short into that area. Okay, so go back test that and you will find success. Okay, so I have my bias now, and with back testing, I want to trade it similar to how I trade the markets. I like to use liquidity, and I like to trade in the direction of that liquidity pool. Then when we sweep that liquidity pool, I can look for reversals. Okay, so that's exactly what's happening here. Okay, so we have these highs up here that I want to see the market come into, and then I don't want to short the market until this area or anywhere above this area has been taken out. So we are only looking for longs. Okay, so I suggest that when you do backtest, you are treating it the exact same way as when you trade live, because that's how you're going to build that confidence in your strategy. That's how you're going to build that repetition, right? Because of the execution, you get to practice executing on here. And if none of you have used FX Replay before, you're going to be very, very happy that you can execute trades on here. You can see the stats, you can see the days of the week, all that good stuff. Okay, so for example, now let's take a look at taking some trades. So here for gold, I only like to long when we run liquidity. So here we have an area that we ran liquidity, and we're starting to create a shift to the upside. So this is when we can start to look for longs. I suggest you only backtest the session that you trade. I don't see a point in backtesting Asia session if you only trade London, or New York session if you only trade London, or London if you only trade New York. So myself, I only trade New York session, so I'm only going to trade New York session when backtesting. I think that makes the most sense. You get familiar with it, you get used to it. Again, it's about practicing like you play, okay, to get the reps in. So here, for example, we have a break structure. I like to trade the hourly time frame right now, but this goes for any time frame because price is fractal. So if you're seeing this right here on the 15-minute, the 5-minute, it doesn't matter. Exact same kind of entry criteria here. So ultimately, I want to see a break structure to the upside after sweeping an area to then look for longs. We got that, so we'll just see what happens on this trade. I'll just market execute on this. We'll put my stop loss below this low, and we can look to target these highs up here. Okay, so you can see we have the risk reward tool on here now. I'm just going to click it, go over to place order. You can see this comes up with what risk. You can see the profit, what the loss will be, and I'm just going to market execute on this trade here, and we'll see what happens. So not the greatest reaction on this trade. We take a loss. Now we get to move on from it. And this is the beauty thing about backtesting, is you can just get so many reps in. You can go through price action pretty damn quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is kind of play this out. We're going to go to the next session over here, and I'm going to change the session here. So I'm going to go to the next day. It's going to start for me at 8 a.m. Okay, so let's go over to 8 a.m. here, New York time. Okay, and then we're going to save this. And then now I'm going to go over to go here, next day, and you can see this brings us right to New York session. Okay, so that is the coolest thing. I just skip right through it. Okay, so now I have the same bias, right? So I'm still looking for longs right now because I believe these are going to be weak highs. Okay, so yeah, I got stopped out on that trade. It is what it is. We move on. I'm going to fast forward now and see if anything happens in New York session. Okay, so we did not break above higher. We're still waiting. Now we ran this low, and now we kind of, do the exact same thing. We're going to go to the next day open. You can say London session at a rally to the upside. No entries so far according to my trading plan. So now we can just fast forward, right? Fast forward. Nothing again in New York. So we're going to go. And I'm just going to kind of go through this here, and you can kind of just watch me. Okay, so now we've come into this area over here. Break structure to the upside. I'm just going to put my stop loss below this low a little bit because gold likes to run lows. And then I'm just going to make my take profit up here in this region here. So I'm going to go over and market execute on this trade. You can see this is what the risk will be. This is what the take profit will be. And then we can kind of play this out. I'll fast forward this. We'll see what happens on this trade. You can see the P&L. So it's nice to see that we are up on this bad boy. And let's see if it hits take profit. Sweet. Cool. So we hit take profit on this trade. Beautiful. Cool. So we hit take profit. So now we're just going to take a look at this bad boy. You can see that we are headed, honestly, for this one. I probably could have stretched the target even more, but it is what it is. So now we are back above on this account, and now we're just going to kind of repeat the same process, right? I'm still expecting price to go up higher here. So now I'm going to be looking to continue the longs up into this region until this area is taken out. So now I'm going to go and we're going to skip to the next day open. Okay. Just going to drag this over here. Okay, this is nice. So look, we've had this area, we pushed up, broke down into our imbalance here, hourly break structure. So now I can look to long again. Stop, we'll just put below these lows a bit. We'll target like 2% just above these highs here. Or no, we're going to target, yeah, we'll target these highs. Oh, okay, cool. Wow. Definitely could have targeted a little higher on this bad boy, but that is okay. Okay. So now again, we're just following structure, looking for, structures shift in our direction after we sweep liquidity. Big, confluence for myself. So now we're still looking to take price up into this area over here. You can see the P&L on this bad boy is great. Then we can look at the stats after, which is pretty cool. Okay. So now it is New York session. Let's see if anything happens. Now we have this new leg from here to here that I will be looking to long from. Okay. If you want to see my strategy videos, you can either sign up for the mentorship where I go into extreme detail, constant support from myself and help, or I have some free videos you can go dissect and kind of see if you can put something together over there. But the value from the mentorship is having me side by side, helping you all the time, every day. If you need help, 7 days a week, I'm there. Any questions, all that stuff. The strategy is obviously awesome, but the value comes from, the community, the constant content that I post, and then obviously having myself there and other funded traders there to help you. Just had to throw that in there, a little shameless plug. Okay. So now we've created this new leg from here up to here. And now I want to see some sort of retracement into this region to, long price up into. Okay. So now we can kind of go to next day open. Nice. I like how we have an imbalance over here as well. If you know how I trade, you know what I'm talking about. Now I'm just going to go set a pending on this. I use the 705, so I don't use the 79. So I'm going to take this off right now. And we can put just a bit below the lows. Then we can go to target these highs over here. Actually, you know what? Let's just target this up here. Okay. Alrighty. Place limit over here. This is the gain. Wait, is that only? I feel like this should be higher. Oh, must be glitching there. Yeah, why is this? Whatever. Doesn't really make sense to me, but we'll see. Oh my. Now, I'm not sure if this would have tagged me with spread. I will say that right now. Maybe. But, hey, we're in on FX replay. So, let's see if we can run to that region. Oh, it's coming back. Nope. So this actually could have been another entry right here. Okay. You can see we went and created this high, broke structure, retraced into the area, the order block. So that could have been another entry if I really wanted to keep scaling on these. It's just, honestly, just using liquidity, following market structure on the way to a high time frame target. Cool. Sick. Okay. So you can see we lost over here. I don't know. Sorry for taking that tool off. I'm going to put that over there. Your boy got spanked on this over here. Oh, what am I doing right now? You know what? You guys get it. Okay. So yeah, this is beautiful. Again, you can just build confidence and see these numbers and realize that you can do this. You can do this. Okay. So just backtest, practice, because it's a lot better than, going and trading live with no testing, because you're going to lose so much money. Like, I lost so much money when I first started trading, and I wish I had a backtesting software like this that I could have used. So now that we have ran all-time highs, I am only going to be looking for shorts. Okay. I know this trade is going to happen because I almost took this trade on Thursday, I believe, but it's still great to see. Okay. So let's take a look. Now we're looking for a break structure in the exact opposite way. Okay. So if I invert this, we're looking for the exact same thing. So break a structure with an imbalance, and then we can look to short. I'm only shorting now because we ran this high. Okay. So pay attention to that. Okay. Let's go and see the next day open. Nothing yet. Have had no breaks to structure, so we're not looking to short. Okay. So now we have that. Okay. See right here, we swept this high, caused a break of structure below this low. We have an imbalance. We have an order block over here, and things are looking great. Okay. So now this is when I'm going to go and place a pending. You can use the fib if you want to. I'm just going to put a pending in this imbalance over here just to be sure. Stop loss just above the high to give it some room. And targets are going to be any of these lows. Okay. So when targeting, after running liquidity, we can look to target an imbalance. Okay. So we have an imbalance down here. We have order blocks down here in this region, and what you will learn in the liquidity guide will help you for sure. I dive into detail so much on liquidity in the ARM trading mentorship as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go and place a limit on this bad boy, and we can see what happens here. Okay. Let's see if you use the fib, if you could add a better entry on this. Yep, so it did hit the fib. I like to use the fib a lot. Perfect. Look at this thing. So this is beautiful. This is a beautiful execution on gold here. Beautiful textbook entry to my trading plan right here. So study this. Boom. Okay, so it actually ran out of time because it is not updated yet. But anyway, you can see this trade's hopefully going to hit take profit. And then what we can do now, I'm actually going to just drag this up here, or I'm going to close it. Okay. So you can see, close it, absolutely smash gold on this backtesting session. Okay. And you can go to any random date. You can go to any random date back so far, it doesn't matter, and just collect data on this. Okay. So now we're on the analytics page. Okay. And yeah, you can see made 8% here on these trades, but guess what? It's going to be different every month. It's going to be different. The backtesting session, this isn't enough data by any means. You want to probably backtest, 100 trades, 200 trades, and you can do that. Then you'll have an accurate thing. I'm not going to sit here and be like 80% win rate on YouTube, right? Put that thumbnail like this, like most people would. 80% win rate, 8% profit. Like, no, this was 5 trades. Okay, went 4 and 1. But you want to backtest over a long period to gain the stats. But this is the cool thing. You can see we have the average RR. We can see all this stuff. Okay, we can see, the buys, the shorts, days of the week down here as well on the little calendar, right? So you can see what month you did well. It's pretty damn cool, not gonna lie. The New York session obviously is gonna be the only one that shows because that's when we traded, but nonetheless, this is just amazing, 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 amazing. So if you guys do want to run FX Replay, make sure to use the link in the description. Use my code for 15% off. You get a free trial as well, which is really, really cool. So you can, if you don't like it after a week, you can get off it. But I honestly suggest you use it. I think it's unbelievable. I think you are going to love it. And yeah, I have no idea what just popped up there though. So if you guys, can tell me, that was pretty wild. I thought someone was going to be behind me, but just super, super awesome platform. So if you enjoyed this, if you are interested in how I trade and you want the PDF, go to rmtradinggroup.com. I already talked about that. I will leave that link there as well. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like, smash, a comment, smash a like, drop a comment for your boy, and subscribe if you're new. And I hope you enjoyed this kind of chill little backtesting session. I can start making these regular videos if it does well, if you guys enjoy it, where we kind of just, jump on here. One thing I forgot to mention that I was going to mention earlier in the video is I listen to lo-fi music. So I will link the lo-fi playlist that I listen to in the description. You want to listen to something like I can't remember if I said this or not. You want to listen to something that doesn't have lyrics because you will be focused on the lyrics. If you are listening to music with lyrics, when you backtest, treat it like as if you're studying, right? So no lyrics, lo-fi music's perfect, jazz music's perfect. I'll leave you a link to 2 different playlists that I listen to, and you can just go on and remember, build that data. You need way more than 5 trades. Don't just go and win 5 trades and then go and buy an FTMO challenge. You want to get the data. Okay. Appreciate you all. What do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.